Hi, this is Lucia with The Art of Love. I'm a dating and relationship expert specializing in helping you get your ex back. And welcome back, No Contact Army. I hope you've all been good soldiers and stayed in no contact unless I specifically told you in a coaching session to not stay in no contact, which once in a while I do, depending on the circumstance, but usually you have to stay. This week, I want to talk about how to get your ex to unblock you. Being broken up with is bad enough, but when you then find out that they've blocked you either right after they broke up with you or at some point in the future, that just makes things worse because as long as there's lines of communication open, you feel there's still a chance you may be able to get back together, but once they block you, that chance seems to have gone away. So what can you do? Well, I'm going to tell you. But before I do, I want to remind you to be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos, and also to check out my new book, No Contact Secrets, available at nocontactsecrets.com. Okay, so the first thing you want to determine is whether it's a full or partial block, meaning that you're not blocked everywhere, only on certain platforms. Partial is obviously better because it gives hope that they will reach out. Now, it doesn't mean that you should contact them where they haven't blocked you. It just means that it's better if they haven't blocked you everywhere. However, you do not block them. There is a specific strategy for blocking people, which I've talked about in a previous video. You don't just go around blocking people all willy-nilly. I'm not even sure what that means, but I like that word, so there you go. Now, why would an ex block you? There are several reasons, so let's go down the list. One would be to make a statement that it's over, either to themselves and or to you, because that seems pretty definitive when someone blocks you. It seems like, wow, yeah, now it's really over. Another reason could be they're angry or they're hurt. What did you do? What did you do? In the case of social media, it might be too painful to see your feed if they're trying to move on and they won't be able to stop themselves from looking at it, so they prefer to block you. Another reason is that they moved on. Another reason is they moved on with someone else and they don't want you to know. Or you were contacting them way too much after they broke up with you, and this is more often than not the case, especially if you have an anxious attachment style, because with an avoidant attachment style, you don't have to tell them twice that it's over. It's like, all right, no problem, goodbye. Another reason is they want nothing more to do with you. I know that one hurts. They're angry that you're not chasing. Yes, you heard that right. They're angry that you're not chasing or that you didn't respond when they reached out. So they broke up with you, you start doing no contact, they reach out with a non-significant text, and then they block you. It's to get your attention. But whatever the reason is, remember that they're not doing it to you for the most part, but most of the time they're doing it for themselves. So don't adopt a victim mentality. Now, if they seem to be blocking and unblocking you, that's actually a good sign because it shows that they are more often than not emotional. They want to see what you're up to, but then they go back to blocking you again. So there's still some interest there. That's why you need to post happy pictures and videos in your social media, but not too happy. We don't want it to look unrealistic, like, what are they so happy about? Okay, so what makes an ex unblock you? Again, we have multiple reasons. They're unhappy. They thought they would be happier after the breakup, and guess what? They're not. Score one for your team. Their rebound didn't work out. They found out you were seeing someone else, or they thought you were seeing someone else. That often works well if they still have feelings for you. They found out the grass isn't greener. And that doesn't necessarily mean with a specific person, but just in general, that life without you wasn't better. Or things have changed since they originally blocked you. So whatever reason they had for blocking you, that has now changed, meaning they're no longer angry, so they have no reason to block you. Or you're not trying to get in touch with them, so they don't have the need to block you because you're not trying to get in touch. Now, what should you not do if someone blocks you? Again, several things. 1, do not ask them why they blocked you. They can always lie. Or if they do tell the truth, you're probably not going to be happy with the answer. If anything, it's actually better if you don't do anything, like you haven't even noticed. Like, block? What block? You blocked me? Oh, I didn't know. Do not start sending gifts and flowers. Yes, I know that always works in the movies, but this is real life. It's not going to work. Don't ask them to unblock you. Don't beg them to unblock you. Stay in no contact. Stay in your lane. So, finally, to get to the most important point, how do you get your ex to unblock you? Now, most exes will unblock you at some point. At times, their fear will be that you will contact them immediately after they unblock you. That's why when they do unblock you, you still must stay in no contact. It's not a cue for you to contact them. No, no, no. Get your hands away from that phone. And if they never unblock you, then guess what? They were never going to get back with you anyway. So you really didn't lose anything. But here's the thing. The truth is that what you want is not to be unblocked. Yes, of course, you want to be unblocked. But what you really want is that person back in your life. So being unblocked doesn't automatically mean that they want you back, that you're going to get them back. So when they unblock you and you don't hear from them, you'll be happy for a few days and have hope that you'll get back together. But when you don't hear from them, you will go right back to feeling down. So you're putting too much importance on being unblocked. Now, there's not a lot you can do except wait for them to unblock you. It will, of course, help if you're in no contact and they don't have to fear that you'll contact them as soon as they unblock you, if the reason they blocked you was because you were contacting them too much after they broke up with you. Now, we do have a few tricks up our sleeve, as usual. The alternative, since you really can't do much, is to use the law of attraction. So you can try to manifest a text from your ex. I've done several videos on that, and I will, of course, link that below. And many people have had success with that. And there's also a type of visualization that you can do. Now, I haven't tried this myself, so I can't vouch for how it will work or if it will work, but you can always try. You have time on your hands, right? What else are you going to do? So there's something called fake chat apps. So if you go to the App Store and just type in fake chat, they'll all pop up. So there's fake WhatsApp chat apps and fake Instagram chat apps, etc. So whatever platform you were in contact on the most when they blocked you, see if you can download a fake chat app. And what you're going to do is provide, obviously, both sides of the conversation. You're going to make it seem like you're having a conversation with your ex, even though you're writing both sides of the conversation. And then you can pretend that they've contacted you and have a conversation as to what you would say and what they would say to you. And I want you to look at this conversation daily, make it short, not too long, and feel like it's real, like it's already happened. Yes, this is the law of attraction. So if you do use one of these chat apps, let me know how it works out for you. I'd be very curious. In the meantime, please comment below if you've been blocked, how long you've been blocked, and how long it took for you to get unblocked, if you were unblocked, or are you still blocked. And if you need my help personally with private coaching to help get your ex back, to get unblocked, or whatever, you can contact me at theartoflove.net. The direct link is below. If you're listening on YouTube, remember to like, subscribe, and share so that other people can benefit from this and maybe get unblocked. If you're listening on iTunes, I would appreciate if you would rate and review the podcast. And finally, remember that love inspires, empowers, uplifts, and enlightens.